Hey, thanks for joining me today. You're listening to the Sit Down with Roman Gray. We're afraid of risk. We know time waits for no man or no woman. As more time passes, I think about risk more and more. The probability of taking a chance on yourself or going after that thing you really want, and all the unknowns that we care to ignore. I feel like it's fair to say we've been conditioned to not take risks. From the moment of birth, we're told to take the safe route, go the way most traveled by. And this is something I realized rather recently, actually. Growing up was always stick to the path laid out in front of you, stick to the plan, don't take risks, don't deviate. But what kind of life is that? Isn't leading a life planned out by other people one of the riskiest things we can ever do? Let me backtrack. We grow up being spoon-fed an idea of life, that what we all call life is the way, and that's it. There is nothing else. We're overly protected from risk. There's a saying I heard from an old employer. He said, if you're not taking risks, then what are you really doing? That strikes me to my core to this very day. I find that when I think about risk, it always comes back to the quality of life. Without taking risks in life, how would we ever know how capable we truly are? How would we ever know what we're truly made of? Without risks, it feels like we're just stringing along, all the tedious things and the boring, the monotonous, the mediocre, the fear of missing out, and all the uninteresting things. And at that point, we would just grow with pain, regret, and resentment. That's not a quality of life I want, or I am even okay with. But I don't even know how, but somehow, I already find myself aging with those very things that I don't want. All those emotions and feelings I can already feel at some point or another. So it's had me think a lot about risk and uncertainty and how they play into our quality of life. Long story short, it's integral. Risk is integral to our very existence. Without it, humanity would have failed to grow and evolve in the way we have. All that uncertainty and doubt is always present, regardless of the path we choose to take. No matter how certain we are, how safe it seems, and how strong we believe in what we're doing, doubt, fear, risk, and uncertainty are always going to be around. They're always going to be prevalent. Without risk, we lead a life of conforming to subpar standards. Can you hear the birds? Some of the greatest inventions and greatest minds are what they are and who they are because of risk. With risk comes possible failure, rejection, and setbacks. But I don't think it's the risk itself that scares me, or what scares most of us. It's the other things that come with risk that leaves us paralyzed and unwilling to take a leap. But what happens if we never take that leap? What does that say about us? What does that say about you? Risk, fulfillment, having purpose, and finding value are all part of the same formula. They're all part of our existential crises and why we go through our days feeling half emptied out. You can't create value through innovation without risk. You can't have permanent change without uprooting certain ways of thinking and doing things, which involves risk. So, all this to say, I'm slowly changing my relationship with risk and the way I view it and its role in not just my existence, but all of humanity. For the longest time, risk was a negative word. It was something unnecessary. But now, risk is something that is demanded. It's essential to the very fabric of our entire existence. Risk is unavoidable. It is inescapable in all of our desires. Simply being alive comes with so many inherent risks. Therefore, I find that it's time I stop running away from risk and make it a close companion. I don't want a life where I'm constantly running away into escapism. I don't want to pretend anymore. And what about you? What's your relationship with risk? I want to leave you with a quote to think about. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come to life. Hey guys, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to support me by visiting my website, itsromangray.com, as well as follow me on Twitter and Instagram at itsromangray. I love all of you so much just for being here and supporting me. It means everything. Thank you so much. And until next time.